Hi, I'm Ricc Rollins, and this is Going Places. Don't you want to come along? I know you do. Let's go. Hi, I'm Ricc Rollins, and welcome to Going Places. Today, we're going to show you what's hot for summer, and you'll meet 3 artisans who are making sure that local has a presence in the Bay Area. And then I'll continue my conversation with the 3 women who are putting Selfie World Tampa on the map. And then Alicia Stanford takes us to the movies, and she wants just a little RESPCT. But first up, I want to take you to Artisan Row, where 14 designers, artisans, and creatives are making a name for themselves and lifting up local at the same time. From books to bangles, soaps to sandals, wigs to whatchamacallits, Artisan Row is the shopper's dream come true. There you can shop till you drop with the assistance of designers, merchants, stylists, and artisans collectively at your service.
People used to always ask me, where did you get your clothes from? Even when I went to work wearing a nursing uniform, I used to dress it up. I would always wear jewelry. I would come in pearls to work. We couldn't wear rings or nail polish like they can now or anything like that. So I would always have on some type of jewelry. So I used to get so many compliments, be it at work or out on the streets. People would always ask me about my fashion, what I have on, where do I get it from. So Switching Up Styles is a mother and daughter owned boutique. So you get the best of both worlds. So you get the mother and you get the daughter. So it's definitely a collaboration of myself and my daughters, both of our love for fashion. So you get a little bit of her generation and a little bit of my generation.
The Collective at Artisan Row is a perpetual pop-up or micro boutique, housing up-and-coming designers and entrepreneurs who might need a stationary platform to grow from while enhancing their brand, their business plan, and gain exposure.
It's great they needed a shoe here. So it's perfect because you have all these awesome styles, and this is a shoe that you can dress up or down.
Recently, Joan was featured in the Tampa Bay St. Petersburg edition of The Know, spotlighting her and her Lolas. To think, this growing business started on a trip to Spain.
So when we went on a trip to Spain, I found this classic Spanish sandal, and I had to bring them over here. They're perfect for the weather, and I just fell in love with them.
The Collective at Artisan Row currently features 14 designers, artisans, and entrepreneurs, all turning their passion into a profitable business.
Artisan Row is a unique concept in retail. We came to them with this concept of bringing local designers and small businesses together to create an environment that was conducive to new business growth.
Each vendor brings their own vision to the Collective and their own mission as well.
A portion of everything that we sell from Urban Native brand goes back to increasing these young people's viability in their community. A lot of our jewelry, most all of my jewelry, is handmade in Nigeria by our young people. We design it virtually, they create it there, and then ship it to us here. So you're actually, when you purchase something from us, you're giving right back to the designer in a foreign country.
A perfect opportunity to shop and support local. The Collective at Artisan Row is located in West Shore Plaza. Opening last November, it continues to flourish with no signs of stopping now. For more information about the Collective at Artisan Row, you can find them on Instagram and Facebook. You better shop till you drop here at Artisan Row. When we come back, we'll show you some of the hottest trends for summer. I'm not done yet. I'll see you right after the break. Well, welcome back to this edition of Going Places. I'm Ricc Rollins, and I am with three of the hottest entrepreneurs, fashionistas, divas, and divos that you've probably ever seen. Today, we're talking about summer fashions here at Artisan Row. So what do you say we begin?
Let's do this.
Okay, so what's the trend for the season?
Well, color. Right now, if you're here in South Florida, on this West Coast part of it, it's all about the color.
It's all about the color.
Also animal print.
Oh.
I think animal print is always hot.
Never goes out of style.
Never, ever, ever. Okay,
You just have to style it right.
that's the truth. Let's talk about that for a second. When does style go left?
When the wearer doesn't know what size they really should wear, you know, just because you've got curves doesn't mean you shouldn't show them. And just because you're skinny doesn't necessarily mean it has to be wrapped in cellophane. So it's knowing your body.
Knowing your body and putting the correct things together.
Okay, so Joan, you do shoes.
I do.
How do you determine what the season should bear? Because somebody would say, well, they're just shoes, but shoes are more than just an accessory, are they not?
They are. I usually do like the animal print is my neutral. I love
Oh, wow, I love that.
believe
You
in-
heard it here first. Animal
I-
print is
it's
the
my
new
neutral.
neutral. Okay.
I put the leopard even with big flower print.
Mm.
Or if you want to play it safe, you can always do the black, the nude, and then do pop color and different prints. But you can't really go wrong.
Okay.
My shoes are classic, so it's easy to dress up or down.
Okay, but you said something. When you play it safe, playing it safe, is there in that kind of an oxymoron, playing it safe in fashion?
Right, right.
It's not really fashion if you're playing it
Playing it
safe.
safe, right. I
You
agree.
really have to try things, and we'll show you some stuff today that is completely out of the box.
Right.
You get the basics. You can go to a mainline big box department store and get the safe thing.
But why?
But why?
Exactly.
But why?
That's the whole purpose behind
If it
Artisan
makes you
Row.
feel good, you should do it.
Right.
And even if it makes you feel a little uncomfortable because you're getting outside
Then
of the
you
box,
should really do
you
it.
should really do it.
Yes.
Go hard.
It's all about the push. Look.
Right?
Okay. Like we
Eric,
pushed
you
her
know
today
that.
because she did not want to do this. She's like, I don't want to talk. And I didn't introduce each of them. Let me introduce, because we know each other. So we went right into the conversation. Sitting next to me is Katia Yorker. I call her TT. You can too. And she is the owner of Switching Up Styles, which is urban glam and trend.
Yeah.
Yes? Is that a way to talk? It's a talk show. Come on now. Okay.
Yes, I do agree with that. But you forgot the sparkle.
Okay, that's
I know
right.
glam, but I love sparkle.
Because you are a sparkling glamour
Yes,
and fairy
yes.
dust. You put the sparkle in the
Yes.
fairy dust, don't you?
Yes,
Yes, we do.
absolutely,
And next we have Joan Gonzalez. I was going to see.
Yes.
You got to understand. My nickname for her is Lola because of the shoes. Okay, so Joan Gonzalez, tell us what you do.
So I bring the shoes from Spain. They're handmade, high quality leather, different prints and colors. Right now we just have one style, but I am working on like higher heels
Ooh.
and yeah.
Really?
We have men's
And what's the
shoes.
company called?
Lola de Menorca.
Okay.
I have them shipped in from Menorca, Spain.
Okay.
And I mean, you won't find a higher quality shoe.
Not at
So
all.
And they love their Lolas. I have been in
They
here
love their
and this woman
Lolas.
was like, I need my Lola fix.
Yeah. So usually they'll take a neutral, play it safe. They'll take a neutral
And
or
then
a
they come
black,
back.
and then they come back. They want the animal print. They
Yeah.
want the glitter. The kids, mommy and me style.
Yes, absolutely.
We
Okay.
call this the 10-year shoe.
The 10-year shoe. Okay.
It'll-
The only
last
reason
you.
you have to change it is colors. Otherwise, they're going to last you 10 years.
Okay, and the man with the mic is Eric. We call him Bishop. That's a whole nother story. But Eric Swopwise, and you have Urban Native here. And so tell us about Urban Native.
I'm the designer for Urban Native, and what I like to do is I mix cultural tradition with modern urban styling.
Okay.
So we'll take a print that is traditionally used in Asia or Africa or something like that and give it a real modern twist and turn. Cut the dress, cut the pant, cut the top. That is very untraditional. Thus the name Urban Native.
Okay, cool. So we have talked about what you do. Let's show them better than we can tell
Let's show
them.
them.
Ladies,
What you got here, this is a full color. I told you we are not afraid of color. We have taken this is a what I call a day to evening dress that Myra's wearing. It's got every color, it's on fire. If this were in the office, you'd button it all the way up. You'd be a little more demure. You'd have some lower heels. Oh, don't bother, girl. It's never going to stay that way. But then when
It's
you
intentionally
when you leave the
provocative.
office, the buttons come down a little bit of the more of the cleavage. You lift the high heels, and now you can hit the town. You can go on a date night. You could even go to the club with this, and ever eye would be on you.
so what's next?
You've got Trisha in an Urban Native cobalt blue jumpsuit, and she has got eye stylist accessories on her head. She's got switching up styles jewelry on her ears and her arm, and she is just rocking it. This is going to be great for any shape woman.
Okay, so is this the color, one of the colors of the season, Bishop?
Bold, bright colors are really hot in trend. I mean, even with the pops of color that Joan has on her necklace and TT has on her dress, it's all about the color.
Okay.
Colors aren't going anywhere.
No, it's not going to.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Thank you, Trish. Appreciate it. So, but you bring up an interesting point because here we have her in your outfit. Then we're using another merchant's accessories, and then we're using TT's accessories. So that's what this place is about. That's what Urban Native is really about in the process. Am I
Right. And when you come into Artisan Row, you're shopping from 10 different designers, stylists, and small business. So you're probably not going to leave with a head-to-toe one designer look. You're going out probably with a mix, and all of us work in the store. So we're contributing our style sets and helping you find what you like. And we love to, the bottom line here, when you come to Artisan Row, you're not shopping a look, you're shopping an experience. So we're selling you the garment and the joy of coming in and shopping local.
We'll help you put the whole outfit together.
And that's what you have the benefit of how many stylists?
10.
10 different stylists, yeah.
In one place
One place.
for one price.
And we all work here.
Yes.
So you'll meet one of us at one time or another.
So that's what real style looks like. Ricardo's West Shore Plaza.
Hi, I'm Arlene. Welcome to Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. What's your coffee saying? Whether in for business or just getting away, let Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks be a part of your day. A place for you to come and share thoughts and spirit through a cup of coffee. Come and enjoy with us here at Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Enjoy life one cup at a time.
R-E-S-P-C-T. Find out what it means to me. Are you taping this, Kyle? I'm gonna get you. Look, Alicia Stafford now takes us to the movies as she reviews Respect, starring the one and only Jennifer Hudson. I'm gonna go get some respect after that.
I'm Alicia Stanford. Let's go to the movies. Aretha Franklin is one of the greatest performers of all time, and moviegoers can learn more about the Queen of Soul's life in the new biopic, Respect.
Aretha, you do talk, don't you? Not just sing?
I like you to call me Miss Franklin.
Most of us remember Aretha Franklin from her list of amazing chart-topping hits, but this singer with the unusual voice did not always know how to express herself. Aretha Franklin grew up in the shadow of her father, the Reverend C.L. Franklin, who began molding her career from a young age. Her first husband, Ted White, played by Marlon Wayans, was apparently just as controlling. So it took a while for the singer to find her own voice, and when she did, the singer had a lot to say musically and on social issues as well.
You have to disturb the peace when you can't get no peace.
Oscar-winning actress Jennifer Hudson just might be up for another Academy Award with this performance. She was handpicked by Franklin Franklin for this project.
To be able to know the human, she's always been one of my idols, and then for her to pick me to do this is beyond a blessing, a dream, an honor. I do not take it lightly, and I just want to give every bit of my all to pay tribute to her yet again, and also it was my dream to play her.
Hudson did give all for this film, including learning to play piano.
Riri. It's really good.
Joining her on screen are Grammy winner Mary J. Blige as Dinah Washington.
Honey, find the songs that move you. Until you do that, you ain't going nowhere.
Oscar winner Forrest Whitaker and Tony Award winner Audra McDonald as Franklin's estranged parents. At 2 hours and 25 minutes, Respect does a good job of giving us a glimpse into Franklin's remarkable career. And Jennifer Hudson, well, she's cementing her own reputation as a Hollywood superstar. I'm Alicia Stanford, and that's what's going on at the movies.
Thanks a lot, Alicia. I know that it's getting Respect in the box office. If you haven't seen Respect yet, go see it now. When we come back, another place that lights, cameras, and action equal Insta fame. We'll be back at Selfie World right after this.
Over 95% of people are more likely to interact with a video ad compared to a text ad. Right now, JCD Creative and Advertising has a fantastic deal for your business to get in front of that 95% of people. Right now, get a free professionally shot and edited video for your business with the purchase of an advertising package. This is over $5,000 savings for your business, but you gotta act fast because there's limited time and availability for this deal. Fill out the information below or email contact@jcdcreative.net to reserve your business's spot for this fantastic deal. We look forward to working with your business and helping you stand out above the rest as we take a creative approach to advertising at JCD Creative and Advertising.
Welcome back to this edition of Going Places. We're back here at Selfie World at West Shore Plaza as we continue our interview with the CEO and the two owners of the Tampa Selfie World. Their story will surely inspire you. It's one of pivoting in the pandemic personified. Take a look. Let's talk about that. What's the dream for self? I mean, you've got these that are sprouting up. So we've got how many did we? I lost count.
32.
Okay, but how many in
Oh,
Florida?
in Florida, 5.
5 in Florida already.
Mm-hmm.
But can you imagine every mall in every city having a selfie world?
I mean, we get reached out to daily by like leasing agents, like mall agents. Saying, we want you in our mall. We want you in our mall. How can we get you there? We're really primarily trying to focus on larger cities for the most part, just because that's where they thrive and people do travel to them. And
that's what you have to think about. Yes,
Yeah.
you'd like to put one in every place.
Yeah.
And it's a great when people say, I'd love it if it was in my city. But then you think, if you can get across a bridge,
yeah,
You can get there.
then you can get here. And this is perfect because St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Plant City, Lake. Well, you said there's one in Lake. Is there one in Lakeland yet?
No.
Okay, so Lakeland, come on down. But I just think it is important that you are strategic because it's easy to get caught up.
Put them everywhere.
And put them everywhere.
And then
We won't.
oversaturate it. So we have in the FDD we put in there, we won't put someone within 60 miles of the other.
Okay.
So that's just to protect the franchisees. We're
And
like a
that's
family.
important.
So
That is. And you know, I feel like a part of your family. You
Yeah,
know that,
yeah.
You know, because I don't think we've met yet. That was this.
I was here when we first.
You were here?
Yeah.
Okay, but you were real quiet because you didn't say a word.
She was probably working really hard.
Oh no, I had done 2 back-to-back before I came here,
Oh,
and
wow.
when I went home from this one, I was sick as can be because
wow.
I did my cousins in Arizona and my aunt and uncle in Vegas, so I stayed.
Wait. So family.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. Wait a minute. So family
Pretty
has
important.
said we
This is a
believe in this.
My dad is my franchise manager, and my aunt is my business manager, and I have a cousin, that owns one in Scottsdale, and an aunt and uncle that own one in Vegas. So.
Wow.
And then your family's opening.
And then my
in
family
LA,
is opening in
corporate.
LA. We're opening a corporate. My dad, my mom, myself, my aunt, my boyfriend. We're all opening one in LA. Yes.
Wow.
And a friend in Kansas City and friends in Omaha.
Yeah.
So not only is she living an amazing life and chasing dreams,
But she's letting
she's
y'all
helping
she's
others.
helping you do it too.
Her
Yeah,
cook-
it's been
yes.
pretty cool.
And I think that's so important that we don't get caught up in, you know, it just being about us. I am amazed, but that is fascinating to me.
Yes.
That you. So how did y'all decide on Tampa?
Go ahead.
Well, I know Tampa's Tampa, but
I love
Yeah. So when we were in Miami looking at the second space, actually, we were like, where would we want to go? And we basically wanted to go somewhere that we all love to vacation. We wanted somewhere that we were looking forward to going to. One, not the cold. We didn't want to do it right by our house because then, you know, we wanted to have a place that the three of us could get away for a girls' weekend. Yeah. We love the Tampa area. We love to vacation down here. We love the people, though. Like, people are so genuine. They are so nice. They like last night, our event was supposed to be done at 9, and I think people finally left at 10:30.
Yeah, they don't
like
know
we
how
were
to go
just
home.
sitting here. They
They
weren't even
don't
taking.
know how to go home.
No, we weren't even they weren't even taking photos. They literally like the
network
Whitskys, they were all lined up here. One of them was starting to spray paint for us. Like we were hanging out with people down here that came for the influencer TikTok night.
Because these people, they like you. I kept saying last night, like I said, you are helping people dream again, and I think that's so important.
Yeah.
Especially in the pandemic, the pivoting in the pandemic, and you are. I preached a whole series because I'm also a pastor, but I preached a series on pivoting in the pandemic, and that's why I think I was immediately drawn to you guys because you pivoted the hell out of the pandemic and said we're not going to give up. It's not going to defeat me.
Yeah.
So if there's a woman that's sitting at home today, or man, but let's talk girl power for a second. What would you say to them? What would be the piece of advice each of you would give? We'll start with you.
Yeah, I mean, again, like we've talked, don't give up. I mean, dream big and go for it. Anything is possible.
Well, no, I'm going to save you for last.
I was going to say just do it. Honestly, fear will hold you back, whether you're worried about what someone else is going to think. Guys, people have opinions of this. I mean, people definitely have opinions of this space. So just do it. Don't worry if you're trying to make sure that your mom approves and your neighbor approves and everything else. If you like have the dream and you want to do it, just chase it. Just do it.
Yeah. I mean, that's like basically off of that, what I was going to say is just don't be afraid to take risks. I mean, selling my house and using a large portion of that money to start this was a huge risk, but I've never been afraid to take risks. I've always just been the type, I think these guys can attest to that. I'm like, just do it. I'm always saying yes, like, yeah, I'll do that. So I've never been afraid of just trying something, whether there's hate or, I mean, it could have flopped, let's be honest. In Iowa, it could have just been like, what is this place? And we did get some of that in the beginning. I remember like the first day we opened there, I was like, what did I do? I had someone walk by and be like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And like people just,
calling it dumb,
and I was like, no. And then suddenly it was like lines out the door and tickets sold out. And I was like, wow, this is why I did it,
When we come back, we'll talk to the CEO. Her very personal story is sure to inspire you right after this. Stay tuned. When you see the selfie world sign go up in each city, what does that feel like for you?
It's still mind-blowing. I don't know how to explain the feeling. I feel like there's certain times where it really hits me. I see the name and these people that I just met that are opening one up, saying selfie world and talking to people on the phone, the selfie. It still blows my mind that it's my company and that I created it. It's an amazing feeling.
And when does that sink in? When does it sink in that it is your company and that 31 people who are looking to you daily?
It's random times. There's times where I'm like so busy that I don't even have time to let it sink in. And then there's certain moments, like I was saying, like randomly when I hear someone else say selfie world, it hits me just in a random time. And sometimes I've gotten chills, just like, wow, like it's crazy. It is crazy. And seeing like other locations succeed or their TikToks go viral and just knowing that like I created this, it's pretty cool.
When you said that, I thought about this from the standpoint, when you first came up with this idea, was there a time that you tried to talk yourself out of this idea?
No, I don't really do that. I feel like when I make my mind up on something, I'm doing it. and there's not really much talking me out of it. So I did have some people that were like, what are you doing? Like, you're gonna open in June of 2020? Like, are you crazy? A selfie museum in June of 2020. But I mean, I never stopped. So yeah, no, there was never a time I doubted the idea, except like I said, that first day we opened was the first time I was kind of like, oh my gosh, like, is this going to work? But it was 2 weeks in when we were having people drive from all over the country. So it didn't take long. But yeah, that in the very beginning when we opened, I was kind of like, oh boy, yeah, like you talked about, did I ever think it was going to fail? And they had said no, but maybe not with this location, but with my first one, there was definitely a slight fear this could fail. Or I guess just knowing any business can fail, quote unquote, but I wanted to try.
How do you define success?
Oh, yeah, definitely not by money. I define success by just doing, I guess to me, it's doing what you love and having fun with what you do. And then if you're making money from it, great. And I think you're successful if you enjoy what you're doing in life, because life is short. And I actually am a cancer survivor, so I feel like I see that even more. So every day counts, and if you're doing what you love, then you're not wasting your time in some dead-end job or doing something that you hate. And even as a photographer, I loved photography, so I've always been big on money will come if you're doing what you love. They've been very understanding that I've got like 32 people I'm constantly trying to help, and so they just kind of take the reins. Like with Allison, I admire her ability. Like, she laughs everything off. She's just really laid back and chill. She can make fun of any situation. And she kind of like brings the smile and the laughs. And then Kendra is like who keeps us put together, because she's organized, but in a good way. She's not controlling or anything, but she keeps us on track. So yeah, I admire both of them so much. Also, just that they were willing to do this with me without hesitation, really, and go on these trips and have kids at home, and that they're so willing to do this. Even Allison with a full-time job, and Kendra has another job too. So just, I admire them so much. I've always admired different things about both of them.
Is the journey sweeter because you're doing it with your best friend?
Absolutely. And really the whole entire company is sweeter because it's family. A lot of them are family and friends, and then the new people that have come in have become like family too. So.
Well, thank you for joining us for this edition of Going Places. Hopefully today's show inspired you and showed you what's possible. We'll see you next time. Thank you for being with us as always. We're going places. Don't you want to go along? Come on.